Should be working, I think. Yep. Okay. Let me join the Discord. That's good. You can go to the starting soon screen for a little bit. There we go. How are you? You doing good? Nice.
I had a pedicure today.
You had a pedicure today?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure you're doing good then.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think just Promi. So Promi won't join today, so we're just gonna do the prologue if that's okay, and then.
Yeah, sure.
Probably that can take 3 hours. We'll see how long it takes.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Let me just see if everything is working. I think so. Once again.
Oh, oops.
It's telling me I need a pedicure as well. Let me get the music. Hopefully it's not lagging today. Everything seemed to be doing okay, so I hope it
nice. Now that I'm here, it's gonna go down again.
Maybe. Seems fine. Well, let me get. I didn't write down a recap, but I'll give a bit of a recap of what I said yesterday as well, where we meet. I forgot your name. Tinrovaet is a dragonborn, or in this world called a chaosborn, who is part of a big family here, a dynasty, actually one of the leading rulers in this land, the Red Dynasty, that is. He too is a red dragonborn, and he is special of his kind, though, because he is actually a crossbreed between a red dragonborn and a gold one, which is a very rare thing and almost like a taboo-like thing. That is also why he's not very liked in his, by his family, or in his, what do you call it, kingdom, dynasty, whatever it's called at all, really. Most people don't really, don't really get along with you. As in, most people try to avoid you. They only really tolerate you, and because you're part of the royal family, they have to feed you and keep you healthy and make sure you have like somewhat of an important job. But you have noticed over the years that they have tried to give you the most like shitty jobs all the time, and like basically try to get rid of you and make it so like other noble families can't see you around the major family and anything like that. Or if other red dragonborn are visiting the palace, they make sure to hide you since you were small, really, to make sure nobody has set their eye upon you. And it is so that as your day normally goes, you once more set out to do some chores for the palace, getting some boxes from one place to another, maybe with some food in them, some rations, bringing them to the chef, something usually servants could do, but you have been told to go get it, and there's not much you can say in return, as they are still a very powerful family, and you know it could still be worse for you. It is so that you walked down the path that you were at yesterday when you met a little girl who asked for help, who shouted at you actually for help, something that hadn't happened before in your life, really, and also something you didn't really pay attention to, maybe, as you are still young. This must be one of the first times you have come into contact with the actual, normal people living in town. You might see them sometimes when you're going out to like do your chores, but definitely haven't interacted with them in a personal way like this, as she asked you to follow her because her dad was in need of help, and you noticed that there was something weird going on, like she didn't seem maybe completely honest, or something else was going on. She seemed a bit scared, or it's hard to pinpoint her exact emotions, but it's definitely maybe not as it seemed. And as you ran after her into the forest, it quickly appeared that indeed things were not as it seemed, because as you reached about halfway, or what you would expect to be halfway through the forest, suddenly you tripped over something on the floor, and as you looked back at it, you noticed it to be a humanoid hand sticking out of the ground, the fingers slowly moving inside the skeletal hand, some flesh still falling off of it. And as it raised higher and higher out of the ground, you quickly saw it to be an entire skeletal body, still covered in flesh, many different places. And as you said, you maybe didn't really know if this was like just a normal occurrence, since you haven't really been out in the outside world that much, especially not in wild places like that. So you kind of waited and see if this creature is maybe what the girl leaded you to, or maybe this is someone who is trying to get your attention. But before you could do anything, the creature raised its hands and attacked you with them, scratching at you. And it is so that we will start or continue once more where we left off yesterday, as the creature lunges out of the floor and grasps its hand towards you with a terrifying sound of like guttural spit still like stuck in its half torn open throat, and blood still seeping out of it. As it goes towards your throat.
Damn.
I'll play some music too. Is everything?
Yeah, sure.
You up with the situation, or is there any other explanations?
I'm up with the situation. No. We are starting off where we finished last time.
Yep.
It's just, I just found it funny how long you could keep talking.
Yeah, I'm sorry if it was too long. I tried to make the.
No. It's really fun. It's really fun.
Okay.
It's okay.
Well, the skeleton will step forward, and as it is his turn at the moment, he will go into melee combat with you and reach out one of its hands, as I said, and scratch you across the chest, or at least try to do so, and it will roll with an attack roll. And if that attack roll meets or beats your AC, then the creature will hit you.
My AC being what?
Your AC is it should be in big letters. Wait, actually, let me open a page from
Armor class.
Yeah,
armor class.
That one, yeah.
Okay.
What is your AC?
11.
Just check if this is from. Oh wait. Yeah, that's okay. 11. Okay. It will reach out with a claw with a +4. With a natural 1 on its first die, it will reach its claw out towards you, but gets stuck in the floor. Maybe it's not completely out of it yet, and it just falls back down towards the ground towards you, and like slowly tries to get back up, but it couldn't reach you with its claw this time. It hurls towards you. As it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Damn. I'm really impressed right now. Sorry, I was in shock. That screech was amazing. Okay, so since I'm part of my royal family, everyone of my brothers or whatever, I don't even know if I have brothers. let's keep them out of the way for now. Yeah. All of my family is being taught basic of defense, like a basic knowledge of defending yourself. And so I know, even though I don't know this type of enemy exactly, because I've never seen such abstrusities coming out of the floor, I know how to defend myself against close-ranged enemies. And since I've got my dagger in my inventory, or with me all the time, I'm going to use it to attack from a safe distance. Like, I mean, the dagger is not long range, but it's still longer range than this creature's arms. So I take a step back and, or I don't know. I maybe I don't even take a step back. I'll try to. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of feeling unrealistic to take a step back and then trying to hit with a dagger because I feel like it's not that long of a range.
I can imagine what you're trying to say. Maybe you're trying to like dash back real quick and like lunge forward with your dagger and then go back again. You have indeed the well, not necessarily the range of the dagger, but definitely the speed of the dagger on your side, where you can quickly like go in and put in a stab and then maybe try to lunge back again to dodge its next attack.
Yeah.
To me that
Perfect.
sounds like
that's what I would be thinking. Yeah.
To me that sounds like an attack roll then. So you can press on the dagger and make me an attack roll against the creature.
Wait a minute. Where I think I should be in full screen to see that. Yeah, dagger. Okay. Hit DC. That is.
There should just be a like weapon button next to the dagger that you can press.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it will automatically do everything. So you will see you rolled a 5, which is what you need to hit the creature, and then the bottom one is how much damage you would do. But a 5 will burst or will kind of clink off of the skeletal bones of the creature before you and not really dig in or do any damage to it. Maybe next time you'll try to hit it on a more vulnerable spot, or you're still a bit shooken up from the situation as a whole, so you couldn't focus as much as you maybe wanted to. But for now, the creature remains unscathed. Anything else you want to do with your turn? You could still do a movement. However, if you do a movement from this place, you will trigger an attack of opportunity, which is basically the creature will get a free attack at you. Besides that, you can say something at any time if you want, or you can do an item interaction, which would mean, for example, if you want to like pick up a rock from the ground, or any like simple actions, like bonus actions you can still do, which would be just like, I don't know, any other like simple things that you might think of the environment or of the creature. Anything that's like an attack would be its own like attack action, so you couldn't do that. Yeah.
I see. But I could prepare for the next turn in a bonus action or something like that, or gain knowledge of something.
Yeah, you could gain knowledge. That's a good way to use a bonus action. Yeah, if you want to like try to see if there's a vulnerable spot on the creature, or see if you can find out more, or anything like that. Yeah, definitely.
I think I'll actually, now that you say that, I think I'll look for a vulnerable spot on the creature, because I was thinking of calling for the girl that brought me here, like see if she's around or if she's in danger or anything. But I think currently what's more important is that I defend myself against this creature, and maybe afterwards I can search for the girl again.
Okay. Yeah, make me a let me just see what. Oh wait, yeah, just make me a perception check for that.
Perception, yes.
Ooh, that's a really nice perception check. Yeah, as you look over the creature, or after you attack, you take a moment to breathe and kind of take in your environment and take in the creature. And you do notice one thing that kind of stands out, or actually, before that, you do notice that it is a skeletal creature, so you are gonna have a hard time hitting it with this dagger in the first place, because, well, have you ever tried like stabbing something or like digging into a skeleton? Like it's gonna kind of like bounce off of it unless you get a really good hit in. So unless you have like a blunt object maybe to hit it with, or a bludgeoning a weapon, that would be a lot more efficient than using a dagger in this situation. But you might still get it done with a dagger, especially if you aim for the head or something like that. Besides that, you do notice one more. Before I say that, up on top of the skeletal bones of the creature, as you look at it as well, you notice that it is wearing almost an outfit that you would actually not necessarily recognize, but you have seen similar styles of throughout your life, as it definitely looks like this creature once was maybe noble, or maybe stole these clothes from a noble, because it is definitely wearing a noble-like outfit or a cleric-like outfit, something like that. And then to top it off, the last thing that you notice is on its fingers, on one of its fingers, it has a ring with on top of it what looks to be some kind of jewel stone, red jewel stone that is glowing softly. Yeah, that's about all that you notice.
I was thinking, by the way, while you were explaining the thing about hitting it with a blunt object. What about the light hammer I've got in my inventory? Is that already in the current situation, or is that somewhere in the future when we finish the prologue?
I think, because at this moment I was assuming that you have a dagger because you went on this job to like get some supplies, and it's logical that you would carry around a dagger to, as I said, cut some ropes or something like that. But carrying around a hammer, unless you have like a good explanation for me why you would be carrying around a hammer at this moment, because you're not like a fighter necessarily. You've been kind of trained to defend yourself, as you said, but it's not like you're just carrying your weapons around all the time. So I would lean towards no, but unless you have a really good explanation.
Yeah, I guess I get that. Yeah. I'll see if I come up with something. So since I'm up to do the chores right now, I could figure that I've got a hammer with me because I gotta fix something at the place I'm getting the supplies from. Like maybe they needed help with fixing a doorstep or something.
Yeah, sure. Roll me a d20. You do that in the follow. Yeah, so you do. I'll type it in
bottom left or in. Okay, yeah. What do I do? Slash.
Chat. Yeah, you just do /R and then
slash
20.
roll d20.
Just 20. D20, sorry. /R D20. Yeah, like that. Perfect.
Okay.
14, yeah. So, indeed, as you said, you have been working on a door before, or you had to install some things, and you do realize now that your hammer should be somewhere on your body. Where do you think you would have it, on your belt, or?
Yeah, I thought about having it on the belt.
Yeah. So you can grab your hammer in the next, or actually you can even grab it now as an item interaction if you want.
How do I grab something?
No, that's
or how do I declare it?
You just
action and what?
You just say like I grab my hammer. That's all you need to do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I grab my hammer.
Perfect. Well, the creature now. Fully out of the ground, as its foot was still kind of stuck before, will, instead of trying to scratch you across the chest, it's just gonna run towards you and try to grapple your neck in its arms, as it will go for a grappling attack around you. Can you make me a athletics check, or actually just an opposed strength check with the creature? Strength, yes.
Not as a saving throw, but on the top.
Yeah, just
on
a
the
normal
stats,
strength
right?
check.
Okay.
Easily, you are way stronger than the skeleton. As it goes for your neck, you can easily push away its arms. It seems as it's a brittle being after all, and as it has no muscles, it barely has any strength left in it, so you can easily push its attacks to the side. And it's your turn once more.
Okay, so since I've got my hammer ready in my hand, and got in a good position against it, since I honestly forgot if I found any specific weak points on the enemy. I don't know. I don't remember you telling me that, but I think you did. But I didn't quite listen or remember at all, at least. I'll just go for the weak point you explained to me earlier and hit it.
I didn't. I
go for a strike.
Well, I explained to you the body of the creature. I didn't state specifically which one would be a weak point. So where would you like to strike? The things that you notice where its clothes, its ring that it's wearing. You did think that like the head might be a better target than like trying to aim for like some ribs or something. But if it's a weak point necessarily, I'm not sure.
I see. Okay, so then again, you mentioned the ring, and I could imagine it being the source of the power that awakened this beast, this creature. So I might try not to hit the ring, but rather hit the hand or the wrist that that which the ring is on, like of the hand that the ringer, that the finger is where the ring is on. You know, like I want to preserve. I want to try to preserve the ring because maybe it's valuable or anything. I mean, or since it seems to have powers or might be a source of power, I think about maybe using it for my own if it works the way I think right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Afterwards.
If you want to make a called attack like that, which is like specifically on the wrist, then you will have a disadvantage on your attack roll. So how you do that is there should just be a button next to your attack, or I think you can right-click your attack and then you can just select the disadvantage.
So I go on my light hammer. No, right-click does not work.
Let me just check real quick. Haven't done it in a while. Usually my players just do it. I need to sign in to Roll20 still. Because I deleted.
Oh, oops. I left clicked.
Oh, just left click again. That's fine too. Let me just take the. It's the same thing. You roll 2 times and you take the worst one of both.
Ah, okay.
Oof, that's still a great attack though. And
the first one though, wasn't the first one critical? Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, the first one was a natural 20, which is the best that you can hold, which is always gonna be. It's the opposite. Both a natural 20 will have like exceptional outcome, and a natural 1 will have exceptionally bad outcome of your attack or of any other action that you do.
Okay.
But we will take the 18 in this situation, which will still hit the creature. And indeed, as you go to hit it across, or not indeed actually, as you hit it across the arm, you will notice it's starting to break. But since you only did 1 damage to it, it's kind of still hanging on to the creature. But the hand itself is just kind of hanging limb and like almost falling off of it. It can't use that arm anymore at this point. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn? But the ring or the hand has not yet been severed. So is there anything else that you want to do with your turn?
I mean, since I don't really have to check on anything more on the creature itself, or I feel like I've noticed everything there is that is important, I'll go ahead and check if like still being focused on the creature, like I'm not distracted at all or anything. I'm just looking a bit around, checking on the environment if there are any other sources of danger, like if anything else is approaching, or maybe even if help is approaching, since I'm figuring I'm not too far away from the village.
Yeah, make me a perception check.
Sure, perception.
You look around, you see the trees around you look a bit grayer than the ones that you saw before. You do notice a bit further on, there seems to be a remnant of some kind of building, and you notice this tree, which looks a bit more spooky than the other trees around it. But besides your immediate environment, you don't notice any sounds or any specific things standing out that you didn't notice before already.
Okay.
Well, as you destroyed the hand of, the hand of one of its arms, the creature will no longer try to attack you with its arms, instead going to bite you in the neck, and just lunging its head towards you and trying to rip the flesh from your skin. With a 15, which I believe will hit, as the creature tears its teeth into your skin and rips out a part of you, it will deal some damage to you.
So I don't have to roll, or what?
No, I rolled the damage. It will deal 5 damage to you. Which... Okay. Oh, I haven't connected yet your... Wait 1 second. Hit points... Forgot to do that, sorry.
I'm already a third of my health gone.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah. Now, if you go to your D&D Beyond and lower your HP, it should also lower your HP on the Roll20 as well.
Okay. Let's see. No.
Or try again.
How? What should I do?
And just heal yourself again.
I set it on the 1.
Bring yourself back to 15 HP and then do -5 again. If it's not working, I can just do it manually to adjust.
Light changes. And now down to 10. Apply changes.
It's not working. Okay, it's fine. I'll just do it for it. You can see your own HP though, right? On the Roll20?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, yeah. Then it's fine.
Now it works. Or did you do that?
I did.
Okay.
No worries. Okay. Well, the creature has done some damage to you. It will lunge backwards, spitting out the skin that it had just torn away from you. As it's your turn.
Okay. So I just noticed in my inventory that the light hammer has actually a range of 20 feet / 60 feet. But a reach of 5 feet. What does that mean?
Mm-hmm. If you throw it, then you can throw it for 20 to 60 feet. If that makes sense. Or I think the short
range is...
It is if you throw it closer than 20 feet, it will do like you do a normal attack roll, and if you do it further than 20 feet, between 20 and 60 feet, you'll have some disadvantages on your attack roll, basically, because it's harder to throw it that far. And then you can't throw it further than 60 feet.
I see. Okay. And the reach of 5 feet is, I guess, the normal reach when in melee. Yeah, melee. Okay. Yeah, well, since it just bit me, the little sucker, I'll hit off his head with my hammer. I go for the neck.
Okay.
With a powerful punch.
Are you just attacking it, or you wanna go for like a cold shot again, which will give you a disadvantage? If you're just attacking it, you might still hit it in the head, but it's just like a general attack. But if you really want to try to like hit it in the head to see like, oh, maybe I can knock off its head or something like that, then you would do a cold shot for that, if that makes sense.
Since I was going for the first thing, since I was going for actually hitting the head off, so that it can't bite me again and maybe not even see me or anything. I think it's perceiving with its eyes. I'll actually make a called shot attack. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I think if you hold control, then Phantom said if you hold control, then you should be able to select disadvantage on your attack roll.
Okay, so I'll go roll 20 or what, and then enter, control enter or what?
On D&D Beyond, if hold control and then press the attack button for your hammer.
Right. I forgot. Okay.
Oh, and
so
then...
I tried that.
Oh, it didn't work. Try holding shift and then pressing...
now I see it.
Oh, okay.
Should I see it, the symbol changes. I think I messed it up somehow. Should I just do a disadvantage or a second normal now?
Just do a second normal now then, yeah.
Okay.
Your attack will miss the creature as it kind of lunges backwards, and maybe because of the bloodlust in your shoulder, you're kind of stumbling backwards, and your hammer will swing before its head, as you will see what almost looks like a grin on the creature's face as you miss it once more, and it will go. Unless before that, is there anything else you wanted to do with your turn? Sorry.
I'll say. Oh god. I feel like I'm gonna die.
I think you do still. Do you have your breath weapon already? I think you do. You are allowed to use that if you have that already.
Yeah, I do. I mean, that has a range of 30 feet.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can use it before 30 feet as well.
Yeah. I can use it next turn, and it's limited, right? I only can use it once.
I think so.
In a fight or anything. Yeah, then I think I'll get out of the creature's way, like in a distance of 30 feet.
You're gonna try to... Yeah, if you leave the combat with the creature, you will take an attack of opportunity from the creature. Although I think it will have to use its arms, and since you severed one of its arms, it will have disadvantage on that attack as well, because it can't really bite you as you're running away, because that would be weird.
Okay, yeah, well then I'll do exactly that and take the disadvantaged hit of it.
Okay.
So I can just do it with right click to see, but okay, it's really crappy. I just use the measuring tool and look where exactly I can go. So 30 feet, but I want to be in 30 feet distance of this thing, so I can still reach it. It would be somewhere around here. I think this part here, right here. If you even see that. The tree. I think I go behind this, or like be in a bit of cover. So I go like around here to stay in cover.
Yep. You can.
But not. I think I go like here.
Okay.
So this thing, I'll move there. It was right here, right?
Yep.
I think so.
Yeah, exactly. You dash and dart away from the creature. It will lunge out with one of its arms to scratch you, but it is way too slow, maybe because of its wounded arm or just its general, how it works. It's not that fast generally. And you can dash away behind the tree trunk, getting cover indeed. However, now it is the creature's turn. Let me check how much movement it has. Well, it's a bit slower, so it will just slowly start walking towards you. Yeah, it's gonna go here and then notice you and then just slowly start walking towards you, but it does not have enough actions to make an attack this round. However, it will be in melee combat with you once more. Yeah.
Okay. So it's my turn again, right?
Yeah.
Then I'll use my breath weapon. Wait a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sorry for that. Yeah, I'll use my breath weapon on this creature. Now I wanted to combine the two terms. This keist.
This dangerous keist before you. You can roll me your
so a
breath
normal roll, right? On a breath weapon.
That is fire, right? Yeah, fire. A burst of fire. Tell me what it looks like as you produce this breath weapon.
Sorry, the texture of fire just made me crack. I can't. So I'm thinking of yeah, so I take a deep breath, inhalation breath, and out comes a extremely hot burst of flames in a mixture of colors. So it's not only red or anything, it's like red and kind of also with bluish elements, which could explain or which could be because of its extreme hotness. And the low oxygen amount in the flame, which leads to a hotter flame. I think maybe I'm imagining that, and a less flickery flame, and is more concentrated on it's a more concentrated beam, like not really a beam, it's a beacon of flames, directly in the line before me where the enemy is at.
Okay. Yeah. The flame will spark inside you, and as you said, this blue reddish flame will start like slowly and then suddenly just like burst out towards the creature as it gets burned alive, or I guess dead, and it will take 3 points of damage as it does manage to kind of throw itself or kind of like duck to the ground a little bit to only take half of it. But it will get roasted a little bit as you see its clothes will catch fire, as well as this burning skeleton will now start walking towards you. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I mean, since it's still in range of attacking me, I don't know honestly, because I can't just run away. Then it got a attack of opportunity, or how you call it. Yeah, I think I'll prepare myself to be attacked and like cover my hold my hands up high, so I'm ready to defend myself against its attacks.
Okay.
I take a defending stance.
Well, the creature...
Don't know if that changes anything.
It's only if you do that as an action, but you already use your action as a...
Okay.
But it's cool to imagine or to envision what is happening, and it might have differences depending on like what the creature does. So it's always good to declare what your character is doing. The creature, seeing that its last bite was so effective, will go for that once more and will lunge towards you once more with its biting attack. You'll notice the ring on its finger shine a little brighter each time it lunges at you, almost as if it's using its own energy, or almost as if it peaks whenever the creature is using the energy even more. And it will go for an 11. Does that hit you?
I've got armor class 11. I don't know. Do I have to roll anything?
No, that does hit you if you have 11 armor class. So then the creature will do 7 more points of damage to you as it takes a big bite out of your side. You feel yourself being on the brink of almost death. You feel your vision going a bit darker. You feel yourself, or you feel the adrenaline in your body kicking in higher. Oh, sorry, yeah, you can do it yourself as well. As you feel the blood pumping through you. It's now or never if you wish to survive. It's your turn.
Okay. So yeah, I'm thinking that since you clearly mentioned that the ring was glowing, that's a almost obvious sign to me that the ring is causing or is the source of this thing existing, or the reason for this thing existing. So I want to try to remove the ring altogether from its hand, its finger. Like, I still want to. I feel like this ring possesses real power, and I kind of feel selfish in a way that I want to preserve this ring and use this power for myself after I finish this beast or this creature. I always call it beast, but that's not really what it is it? So yeah, I think I'll go for that, but I feel like if this does not work and like the ring is too stiff or anything, I might want to incorporate my dagger into this thing, because into this action in a way that it could help me like break off or anything, or break like, or I don't know, remove some of the bone to I don't know if it's getting too crazy, like
no,
if that's even possible, or realistically speaking, for this thing to just be stunned or anything. But yeah, let's go for the RNG, don't we?
Anything is, I mean, as long as the more you can describe an action to me, and the more easily done it seems to me, the easier it will be for you to do it. So if you're just like, I'm gonna attack it, then that's an easy thing without a disadvantage. But if you want to try to do a difficult maneuver, that is possible, but it will have more chances of disadvantage, or like lower attack rolls, or lower succession possibilities.
Yes, I feel like since this thing doesn't really take any damage from the things I tried, like 1 or 3 damage or what that was. Like, even I felt like this really extremely powerful flame only did 3 damage. Like the thing I can only use once in the fight only did 3 damage, while this thing hits me with 3 hits and I'm dead. So I feel like my strategy wasn't working. Maybe because I was going so detailed and didn't just attack this bitch.
Yeah, so I think if you want to try to grab the creature's like arm to you, I think that will be an athletics check to kind of keep it at bay, and then after that it will be an attack roll if you want to try to like sever its finger off, or otherwise another athletics check to try to like just get the ring off. That's up to you if you want to like use it, if you want to make an attack roll to it, or if you want to just try to rip off the ring from its finger.
Okay, yeah, well, let's see for the athletics check then.
Yeah, that will be an opposed, or actually a strength check. That's an opposed strength check, actually.
A strength?
Yeah.
Just a normal strength or what? Okay.
Both of you struggle against each other, pushing and turning. Roll me another strength check, as it seems you are equally matched at this point, trying to push each other one way or another. You manage to overpower the creature and rip its arm towards you. The ring is right before you. What do you want to do?
Okay, so you said athletics check or what did you exactly say?
It's up to you. You're holding right now. You're holding back the creature with like both of your arms, and like one of your arm is on its chest, one of your arm is on its arm. So if you want to try to like get to the ring, you're gonna have to either like push the creature away for a second and just try to like rip it off as fast as you can, which would be an athletics check, or you can try to like you hold your hand on it and grab your dagger, or if there's anything else you want to try, it's up to you. But I think the two most obvious options are either an attack roll or an athletics check.
Okay, so I think I'll go with a attack check with my light hammer, because it's still a blunt weapon, and I think a blunt weapon is more proficient at breaking a bone apart than a dagger, which is more like to cut the bone. But since I'm going with fast motion, I think a hammer is more proficient in this. And so I got one hand on the chest of this thing, and the other hand is on the arm. So I think I go like I push my elbow against the chest of the creature, grab the arm with my left arm, like I do that with my left elbow, and the left hand grabs its arm where the ring is on, and with my right hand, because my right hand is the dominant hand, I break off its arm. And then push my elbow against it to knock it over.
Okay. Yeah, make me an attack roll then as you go to hit the wrist once more with your light hammer.
There you go.
12 will exactly hit the creature as your hammer strikes it in the hand that was barely just connected. A loud cracking noise will echo throughout the forest, and you will see the creature's eyes go dim as it slowly falls backwards with your push. And in your hand, however, the hand that you just cut off is still struggling, trying to grasp towards you, but you can easily hold it by the extended arm part of it, so it doesn't do so it can't reach you. Yeah, it seems for now at least the creature is defeated.
Oh, nice. That was hard.
Well, you're now holding an arm in your hand with a ring still on it on the other side. You want to try to remove the ring, or what is your?
Yeah, I want to remove the ring.
Okay. Can you make me one last? Make me a dexterity check to see how well you can remove this ring without damaging it.
Oh, okay. Wait, before I remove anything, let me rephrase or let me rethink this. I want to see if there's anything suspicious or anything that could give me a clue as to why this ring could have this power, because maybe there's an engraving or anything, because I don't want to touch it yet. Like, I think I haven't touched the ring yet. Let's just say I didn't, and only touched the skeleton. I want to be careful as to not be possessed or anything.
Okay, yeah. Make me an investigation check as you look over the ring, trying to find a specific thing about it.
Oh,
let me think for a second. No, you don't notice anything about the ring.
Yeah, that's a bummer. Yeah, well, yeah. Then I don't know. I don't want to touch it directly anyways, still, even though I don't find anything. I'm still on the cautious side. And since I got Like I got a cloth. I'll just say I got a piece of cloth in my pocket, because that's what I wear with me for obvious reasons, as being in charge for some chores.
Yeah, that
So I
sounds.
always got a piece of cloth in my bag. I'll take the piece of cloth to not directly touch the ring, and try to how do you say? Try to remove the ring from the finger of the skeleton.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait a
I
minute.
think.
You can
Okay.
charge my headphones.
No worries.
Yeah, maybe like that. So now I'm ready.
Well, I think doing so you don't even need to check, as it is indeed a very easy way to remove the ring, and then you can also easily hold back the fingers and make sure the ring does not get damaged, or make sure you don't touch it. And yeah, the ring will slip off of the arm that you're holding, and as it leaves the finger of the creature, the arm will turn into ash in your fingers, and as does the body behind you that had fallen backwards. And you're now holding the ring in your hand. However, before you can do anything else, you will hear the sound of footsteps from behind you. And as you look backwards, what I assume you would do is you will see the little girl walking out of the woods before you.
Okay. Does the girl say anything to me, or does it just arrive yet, or
She's
anything?
Well, she's walking towards you, and as you make eye contact with her, you notice there is something weird about her. And as you keep looking at her, you notice that her eyes will start glowing softly red, and the girl will speak, not in a girl voice this time though, but in a deeper, more monotone voice, as it says, as 8 they stood and made it whole to stop what had awoken. Thus flame and light will reunite and fix what once was broken. Kin of God and fire both, the chaos born will rise. Upon their graves lies even now the knowledge of their lies. And as it finishes speaking, just as fast as it came, the fire in the girl's eyes will dim once more, and the girl will look around confused and then look towards you. What happened? Where am I? Where's my dad? He was supposed to be here. Where did he go?
So I'm currently thinking about if the screeching of the creature before was really just screeching or a language I couldn't understand or anything. So is there a possibility that wasn't just a screech?
Well, no. I don't think there's any check you can make for that, because it's just
because it's in the past. Yeah, okay.
I mean, it's as you call back to it, you recognize it as you heard it. I mean, it's up to your own interpretation.
So I'm thinking that the girl was possessed. I mean, that's quite obvious. And I think I'll tell the little girl that we're not safe here and we should go back to the village.
But My dad, he was supposed to... You were supposed to help him. Where is he?
What should I have helped him with? What was the problem anyway? You never told me.
I don't know. He was acting weird. I don't know. I have never seen him like that. I don't understand.
Do you remember your dad having a ring on his fingers?
Mm-hmm.
What was the ring like?
Like a red, like it has like a red stone on it.
Okay. And do you know where your dad got this ring from?
I don't know. Suddenly one day he came back and he had it.
When was that one day? Was that a week ago or today?
I think about a week ago, something like that. But he said that we could finally get out of here and go somewhere better. And then he told me to go to the city and get some supplies. And I came back and then he was like that. And then I came to find you. But where is he now? I can't find him.
Let's search for your dad in the village and get you something safe, okay?
Mm-hmm. Are you sure he will be there?
We don't know. I don't know, but it's the best we can do. Like, if he's in danger, he will try to go to the village himself too. And here, it's not safe for any of us. This is way too dangerous. This place.
Okay, I just promise me you'll bring him back.
I will try my best. By the way, what's your name, little girl?
Lily.
Lily.
Mm-hmm.
Cute name you got there, Lily.
Thanks. And you can start walking back towards the town. Is that where you're heading?
Yeah. I mean, I'm badly wounded still. I need to get taken care of these wounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, or I know there's a doctor or anything, I don't know. Like some guy who's knowledge or who's wise with medicine and stuff. Who can help me?
Okay. Well, as you go closer and closer to town, can you make me a perception check?
Perception, of course. Seems I've been blind.
Yeah, I mean, you are maybe talking to the girl or not paying too much attention, and before you know it, you hear something in the distance. Well, not that far away at this point, coming from where your home is, from where your palace is, from where your parents live, from where your family lives, if you like them or not. You will hear shouting.
What's the shouting say, or what does it say?
There's no specific voices you can pick up, just general shouting of people in the distance. And as you're kind of...
many shouts, not even just one person.
Yeah, many shouts of different people. As you're kind of listening to this and the girl is holding your hand, you will notice the girl will suddenly stand still. As you look at her, you will notice that her eyes have gone red once more. They are coming. They are. Run, or hide, or meet them all. You cannot hide from them. Not forever. They are coming. And the girl go
Okay.
back to normal.
Okay. So if that's not clear, I want to put the ring somewhere in my pocket where it's safe and where I don't lose it. Should I add a ring to my inventory or anything?
Sure. I mean, you're not wearing it, so you don't have to. Oh, well, you can just write it. I usually recommend you take some notes or you write down some things on another page, so you can keep track of everything. So you can just write down like you got this ring somewhere or something.
Okay, so not in Beyond D&D. D&D Beyond.
It takes too much work, I think. I mean, if it's easy to do, you can do it, but if it's a bother, you don't have to.
I mean, I just look for a ring and add it, I guess, and say.
But I think it will automatically say like, or like add things to you or something. Like I just write it out somewhere else, because otherwise it will be like add a special magic ring to you, or automatically apply those things to you or something like that.
Okay, yeah, well. Yeah, okay, then I'll just write it down somewhere. Or add custom item and name. Oh my god. Ring. Red. Crystal. And unknown effects. Gained, or I don't know. Found on the hand of a hostile skeleton. So. Damn, I'm doing stuff.
Well, what is the plan? Since as you said, you are wounded, but you do notice these screams coming from your palace as well. What is the priority at this point?
So, I can locate where the screams are coming from, or is it everywhere?
As you can kind of start running out of the forest, and you notice as you're standing on the path that's still like 1 kilometer or 2 kilometers or so from the palace, you notice that the screams are clearly coming from the general palace area, and as you look at it, you notice big plumes of smoke coming from there as well, and you smell you smell in the air the scent of fire, or fire, ash, and smoke is in the air. You look around, and other people seem to be running away from that direction as well. Less panicked, or not screaming as you'd expect them. Not screaming in the same way as the shouts from the distance, clearly. But people are around you, like, kind of panicking as well, because, I mean, this is not something that happens every day.
Okay, so since everyone's running in the same direction, right? I'll follow the stream and go to the place where the people hide and stuff, and or not specifically hide, but where they seek shelter at. And I mean, I still need to take care of my wounds. I think I don't have a possibility to do that on my own, right? So I need to do something
unless you
about
just rest. If you take a short rest, so if you lay down somewhere for an hour, then you could regain some hit points.
What's some hit points? Determined by roll, or?
Yeah, it will be rolled. Look up the specifics. I think it is for you. You have 3 hit dice that you can spend, I think. So at least 1 hour long. You can spend 1 or more hit dice. So yeah, I think you can roll or not hit dice. I think you can roll D8. Yeah, so you can roll a maximum of 3d8 for healing yourself. You can use 3 hit dice per show, or like in total per day during a short rest, which means
Okay.
basically you can decide do you want to roll 1d8 or 2d8 or 3d8. That's up
But
to you.
I need to decide at once and can't just say I'll roll 1 and then later I think, or at the same time I think after the roll I'll roll another because that was so too little restored hit points or something. I need to decide
During your
beforehand,
rest.
right?
Yeah, during your rest you need to decide.
Okay, so I think I won't do that, and because an hour seems really long, I think I should get away from there and seek shelter like the rest of the people.
Are you worried about your family at all in there? I know you don't have the best relations with them, but for example, your mother has always taken good care of you. One of the only ones that seem to actually care for you, and they are probably still in the castle. But as you said, you're on very low hit dice at this point, so maybe there is not much you can do.
Yeah, I think so. Because since they are clearly fighting, I'd be dead in 1 hit, and I don't think I can. I don't think I can justify that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can easily follow the stream of people running away from the palace. Are you running with the little girl? Because she is gonna slow down your pace a little bit. Because I mean, she's a little girl. If you're running,
I mean, how little is the girl? If she's like, I don't know, 5 years old, I would think about holding her in my hand or in my arms and running with her, making us faster.
Yeah,
but
I
myself
think
a bit exhausted, you know. And I think I'll be heading to a spot where I think someone could be I know of, like a person I was meeting before encountering the little girl, like where I had the chores to do and stuff.
Yeah, you can.
I think I'll head to there at first.
Okay. Yeah. You can pick up the girl and start heading towards the place where you just had installed some doors, and then had taken some supplies back towards the palace. However, as you get there, as it's not that far from this path, and as you get there, you notice that the place has been emptied, and basically everywhere around this like little outskirt village of the palace, people are running in the opposite direction, further away to the like outer walls of the city. Seems everyone is in a bit of a panic.
So this place hasn't been attacked yet, but just the people ran away, right?
Yeah, you notice there's still some old people who maybe can't run. As you look through the windows, you will see some people still sitting in their room. But the person that you met here was a young man. And it seems he already left with his family.
Could you give me a description of the place I'm in? Like what kind of well, how do you say? What kind of building is it? Yeah, what kind of place?
Yeah,
just simple as that.
It's a small house in this little town on the outskirts of the palace. There's about a group of like 10 little houses here around a single well in the middle. As I said, the house that you're in is a single-story house with like only 2 rooms in it. One of them is just like the entrance with a little kitchen to the right of it, and then there's a door that just goes to a small little bedroom. These people aren't very rich, but they are still better off than people further on, people who don't have anything. They have access to the well in the middle and everything like that. There's some windows across the room in all directions, 2 or 3. It's a fair bit away from the general path. You will see a stream of people about like 200 meters away from this little like group of houses here, still running towards the southern gate of the city. And yeah, as I said, as you look through the window, you notice the other houses. Some of them, you will notice one of the houses to the left of you. A family is just now coming out of it. You will see the mother holding 2 children in her arms, and the dad holding a big box with what must be some kind of supplies. And they too are clearly getting ready to leave the house. The well in the middle. And then 7 or something more houses around it, with some people coming out of it, some old families still remaining in it. That's kind of what you see as you're in this little house.
Okay. So, is there any equipment I could use to hot fix my injuries, like the wound on my neck and stuff?
You can make me an investigation check to see if you find anything in this house.
Yeah, I'll do that.
With a 12, you just find the general things that are within the house. In the kitchen, there are some supplies left used for like treating like minor wounds and something like that. None of it is really fit for a big wound like this, but it can make the bleeding stop good enough, so you're sure that it won't get anything worse. But you still think you need to take a rest if you really want to heal all of these things correctly, all of these wounds correctly. Unless you can find a cleric or something like that. You do know there is some clerical buildings throughout town. If you really want to find healing, then that would be the place to go, although those might be abandoned as well by now. You're not sure.
But okay, so anyway, I think I'll like the things I did find, I'll take with me, just to be sure to have something that could maybe improve the healing I do during a short rest or anything. But I won't do the rest yet. I will that's a really complicated thing, because I don't know, maybe a cleric's actually a place where everything seeks shelter too.
Yeah, that
because there's help for injured people and ill people.
You do know that there is one big like cathedral almost. I mean, not like to the size of like actual cathedrals in our world, but like a medieval cathedral like building a bit closer to the south gate. That might be a place that people are
a temple. You mean a temple?
Yeah,
could be really fitting for the theme.
Yeah, temple is what I
meant. Because
meant,
like really Eastern temple.
Yeah. So there is a big one of those that is closer to the southern side of the city.
Okay, yeah, then I'll head to that. Going or thinking that that's the place where everyone would gather to be safe.
Okay, as you start following the group of people once more, you take a look back and see the palace in the distance, clearly almost completely up in flames by now. Or not up in flames, but just like in flames, covered everywhere. Can you make me one last perception check as you're looking towards your palace?
Of course.
The flames cover up anything that you might see, and the panic around you stops you from hearing anything you might hear. But yeah, it is a awful sight to behold for you, as I said, there are many people in there who would like to see you dead, but there are few in there who you have been with your entire life, who have cared for you, and who you are, I am assuming, hoping dearly are not dead yet. But yeah, you can start running towards the temple on the southern part of the city. You do in fact notice that there is a big group of people hoarded around it. It seems the temple itself is already filled with people, and it's just a group of people standing aside or standing outside of it as well. You do notice that there is a stream of people holding like carriages and or riding horses outside. the town itself as well, just going through the south gate, leaving the city in its entirety. Yeah. If you want to go inside the temple, you're gonna have to make your way through this mass of people that have kind of gathered around it. Although these are all, to be clear, the people around you are all humans, and you are still of noble, of like higher state than them, and it is very easy to see you, even though these people running around you are taking a bit of a wide gird or like a wide detour around you to make sure they do not come too close to you, as you are still a dragonborn or a chaosborn, what is called here. You are a noble in these areas, and well, people, even though you are the runt of the litter, people know they should listen to you.
Okay, well, since that's a thing, I will go further and make my way to a cleric, informing her about my wounds, and maybe ask if I could help in any way.
Yeah, how do you wanna get through these? How do you want to get yourself through this herd of people that is also trying to get into the temple? Because the cleric is probably inside somewhere, but you're gonna have to either push your way through or any other thing that you can think of.
I mean, I can think of making myself noticeable in a way of, I don't know, shouting.
Yeah, what do you want to shout?
Or shout. Yeah, I think I might shout, get out of my way, or make space, so that I can get through. Like, just say, make space out of the way, so the people make space.
Yeah, make me a charisma check, as you are.
Charisma, just casual charisma.
Actually, you can make me a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Yeah, to see how well you come over. You start yelling at the people, and indeed they will start letting you through, but as you are about halfway through the crowd, someone from the back will yell, "Why can he go first? This is all their fault anyway. These nobles, they have brought doom upon our city. Why must they always take from us everything?" And quickly other voices will join them. Yeah, why he can go first? Go to the back like the rest of us. We all have pain, we all have suffering. Quickly an entire herd around you will start yelling towards you.
Well, that backfired. Okay. Well, since I'm probably far larger than the rest of the people, I think I'll just push them aside, and anyone who's standing in my way, I'll push them. Like, I'm not trying to kill them or anything. I'm just giving them a light push, but still strong enough to show them that I want to go through.
Yeah, make me an athletics check to see if you can push your way through easily.
Athletics. Damn.
You push your way pretty easily. You push like a grandma to the side, some children. You get about like 3/4 through when there's like a big guy standing before you. And even though you're pretty tall yourself, this man is almost at your size, and he's a human and not a chaosborn himself. And he will just kind of turn towards you, and as you try to push him to the side, he will remain standing sturdy and say to you, "Why do you have the right to go before me, before us? You think you're better than us?"
I want to help too. I want to make myself useful.
You want to help?
So I want to talk to the cleric, yes.
You're barely alive. I can see the blood oozing out of you. I think you just want to get healed.
Still, I'm determined.
If you're that determined to help people, then help these people around us. The cleric is helping the people out inside. You help the people outside then, instead of pushing them aside.
Okay, so what can I do? Where should I go to?
Look around you. That man over there is fallen. That house over there is on the brink of collapsing. Too many people inside of it. You're somewhat of a leader figure. You can just organize these people a bit better. This entire group is pushing against each other. Children here can barely breathe because people are in such a panic. If you can stop people from panicking, maybe you can get inside yourself.
Yeah, well then I just exactly tried that, what he said.
Well, how do you want to...
make myself useful. Okay, so since he mentioned the house that's on the brink of collapsing, I'll look, or I'll try to figure out how many people are in there, like from the outside or
as you
or
take a
anything
closer...
before. Yeah.
As you take a closer look at the house, you notice it's clearly like a really small house that's maybe made for 1 or 2 people, and you notice there's like 5 similarly big people as the one that you were just talking to now have started just like pushing against the walls of it, or like not like trying to push it over, but just like leaning against it, trying to like push their family inside, trying to make sure that everyone can get in safely. And then you notice there's a bigger group of people that's like just running back from the palace as well as coming that way as well. It's just a pure panic of people all doing their own things, all trying to get their family to safety, but in doing so kind of squishing each other. And you see the house is clearly not gonna hold all of this pressure against it. It is a poorly made house. As you are somewhat of a craftsman, you can easily see that this will not stand for long.
So that means in the house are still like 1 or 2 people.
Yeah,
and
there's some.
Why exactly can't they get out?
Because there's just other people trying to get in as well. It's just like the people who went inside are stuck there, while the people... It's basically the same situation as the temple, but just on a smaller scale at the moment. It's kind of on the outskirts of the temple. It's a place where people know there is some safety, or maybe there's some food there even, or something like that. And people have just kind of cramped inside of it, which would be fine if it were not for the dilapidation, is that a word? Or the
I
bad
have no
state.
idea.
Or the bad, if it were not for the bad state of the house itself. And you do think if
Okay,
the house
yeah,
were
well-
to collapse, then it would definitely fall on top of the people inside of it.
Yeah, since that's clearly dangerous to remain in the house, I'll shout to them to get out, since the house is on the brink of collapsing, and they won't survive if they remain inside.
Yeah, sure. Make me another persuasion check as you try to get,
Please, higher than 7 this time.
get some order.
There you go.
Yeah, a few people listen to you as you are a Chaosborn. You notice that on the outsides of the building, people are easing up a little bit. And eventually, after talking to a few people, we don't have to go through it on a whole, but after taking some time, you do notice that people calm down a little bit more around the house, and you can inform them that the house won't stand for much longer, and they will just move to or the people inside will just move to a few houses around it, and you can start kind of organizing everything a bit more around the temple. You want to keep doing this for a while, or how do you want to kind of...
Well, what's the situation right now? Are still many people?
Well, there is always...
Yeah.
No, I was going to say that there is always help that you can offer everywhere at this point, and so many people are in a panic, and there's always new people arriving. So if you want to just stay around and help, it can take like hours, if not days, to make sure everyone is doing okay. But you can also just like help a little bit and then fuck off somewhere again. It's up to you.
Well.
There's
Yeah,
just-
I think I'll do that for some more hours until like people respect me. Like, since they didn't respect me before. Or haven't respected me before.
Yeah, after a few hours of working there, you notice that people have like grown nicer to you, and eventually they will in fact let you inside the temple, where you will see a woman sitting or not sitting, standing up next to a table where you will see a man laying down that seems to be hit by some kind of piece of wood that is stuck in his leg at the moment, and you see her carefully removing it and then casting some sort of spell that slowly glows with yellow light, after which the wound heals itself once more. It seems she is very busy at the moment, but if you want, you can wait your turn or whatever you want to do. Or reach her eventually.
Yeah, I'll reach to her. I'll reach out to her and ask where I could get help for my wounds.
Just wait like 30 more minutes. I can get to you soon. These people need help the most at the moment, but I notice you're wounded pretty severe as well. Just give me a little bit longer.
Okay. I ask her if I can help her with supplies or anything,
Yeah.
like so that she's not running out of them.
Yeah, she will tell you some more like small chores to do. We don't have to go through all of them. You can easily get some water, get some like towels to help. And eventually she will heal you to full. It will take about 1 more hour from now. But eventually you will be fully healed. Where is the child during all this? Are you still holding her? Like, has she been following you around? Or have you just like told her to go somewhere else?
Yeah, true. So I think I told her to stay close, and since she didn't really mention really mention any concerns, I'm guessing she's doing fine. Like somebody's taking care of her, or how do you say? Taking care of her, or talking with her, so she doesn't feel alone.
Yeah, you can leave her, for example, with the people that were in the smaller house. Those were mostly women and children as well. And you can leave her there and make sure that she's taken care of. And yeah, eventually you will be healed. However, what do you want to do after that? After you are healed, are you still helping people, or are you going to do something else? Before I say.
I'm interested as in what happened, and ask the people around, like, what happened to the temple, why are we getting attacked, who's responsible, who's the intruder.
Yeah, you talk to some people, but you notice that the general consensus is that people don't really know. There's kind of panic. There was fire everywhere in the palace, and you don't see any people that seem to be like they were from the palace itself. It seems most people are in the same boat as you, or at least the people that you've talked to so far don't really have any idea what has happened.
Okay, so then I'll check it out myself after asking the cleric if I could get some supplies for battle or anything, like to be prepared if I need to heal anyone at the palace or myself.
We can't spare much, but I mean, well, there's 2 healing potions that are only for emergencies. I can give them to you if you want. Do you have anything to spare in trade? We could use some money. Maybe if other Chaosborn come through, we could give it to them.
Yeah, I mean, how's the usual value for a healing potion? Like, what's the usual value of that?
Whatever you can spare. Usually we just use them for emergencies. We don't usually sell them. I don't want to put a price on people's lives. It's up to you what you want to give to us.
Okay, yeah, I think I'll only take 1 because health potions seem very valuable, and I don't want to make them feel like what I'm doing is more important or anything. So I'll trade one for, I guess, 10 gold pieces or whatever. I don't know if that's reasonable.
You can leave 10 gold pieces on the... gold is, in general, worth a lot. I guess I should explain the currency, how, like...
Yeah.
A copper is usually usually the common folk wouldn't see gold much at all during their life. A gold, for example, a sword would be like 10 gold or something like that. So, and that's like a lot. That's like 100 euros or something like that. Like 100 gold is then... like more than 1,000 euros. It's a enormous amount of wealth, especially in an era like this where the class difference is so big. 10 gold is a lot of money.
Okay, well then I see that I'll give him like, I guess, 1 gold piece, since I only got gold pieces with me, I guess. Looking at the inventory. Yeah, you can leave 1 gold piece. He does not protest. Okay. So I remove 1. Okay. 1 coin. Good. And now I got a healing potion. Yep, a normal healing potion. You can just write that down somewhere as well. You don't need to put it on you. I mean, I think it's in general only I recommend putting things on your character sheet after the session is done, so you remember it for the next session. But during the session, it's just, I mean, unless you get used to it, and if you can do it quickly, it's fine. But if it takes a while, then yeah, I mean, I already got it. Okay, a potion of healing. Perfect. Well, what is your plan now as you turn back towards the palace? You notice it is still up in flames, and the flames are slowly spreading further and further into the city as well. Oh, okay. The flames are spreading too. Yeah, I mean, I've got a fire resistance, so I don't worry about that too much. I'm heading towards the temple to find the opponent, or to find out what happened exactly. You mean the palace or the temple? Yeah, I mean the palace. I mean the palace. Yeah. Well, the fire is everywhere in the air the closer you get, but as you said, you do have fire resistance for it, and eventually you can reach the gates of the palace. All around you is burning wood. It seems the palace is completely on fire in every single place that you can tell. Wait, let me check something real quick. I was gonna put you on the map, but I want to make sure. Second. You hear the closer that you get to the palace as well, the louder that the screams become. Not everyone that works in the palace is fireborn as well, or is chaosborn as well. So you will hear many screams of people clearly, or not clearly, but probably being burned alive. Other screams as well of what must be chaosborn, as you hear the telltale sound of like breath weapons and things like that echoing throughout everywhere in the palace, and fighting of like metal hitting swords or swords hitting other things. But yeah, you will reach the palace and you will stand before the gates. Okie dokie. You know that your the place that your family is in the or the place that your family lives is the biggest temple-looking structure to the all the way to the back of the palace. All of these are like soldier units or places that or like an open square where soldiers would train or servants would live, everything like that, and then libraries and all that kind of stuff that you would expect to be in a palace. So you'll have to get your way through it if you wanna. If that's your plan, I don't know what your plan is as you arrive. I mean, my plan is to find out what happened. So I'd be looking out for faces, for familiar faces, or anyone I could ask. Yeah.
Okay.
Like anyone, not even people I have a clue of who they are, but I do think I'd recognize if they're hostile or not. Like, since they are probably wearing much different clothes than my folks would wear.
Okay. Well, you can look inside the palace doors and you will notice like a piece of burning wood has fallen down from the top, and you will hear screams coming from the inside. There's nobody outside at the moment, so if you want to go find people, you will have to wander inside, I assume.
Yeah, then I'll do exactly that. So I just move my character, right?
Yep, move your character. I don't have well, how it goes is, I'll explain it, I guess.
Yeah.
There is, if you want to get outside, you'll have to go like through here, and then through here, and then go outside.
Oh.
Or you can just continue with all of these. Yeah, I should have made that clear. Besides, at least as you look through this, you do notice that there is some like holes that have already burned through the windows here. So you can jump through the windows actually if you want to just jump outside into the open square. However, as you enter here, there is one thing that you notice as the flames whirl around you. You will see to the back of the hallway here a soldier laying down on the ground, kind of putting his hands up, and you will notice out of the fire a trident-like looking weapon will poke out and will pierce the soldier in the chest as blood splatters everywhere, and the soldier's eyes will go dead. It's hard to tell what attacked him, but it must be something within the flames.
Yeah, well, then I'll be jumping out through the window. But before I'll do that, can I see anything outside
of
the window?
Check.
Yep.
As usual, you're
lucky number.
You're more busy with your environment at the moment, and it's hard to tell throughout the flames what is happening outside. So yeah, no. You don't notice anything specific or anything weird outside, or I mean anything at all. Really, you just see flames basically and smoke around you.
Okay. Yeah, well, then I'll just jump through because I don't feel in particular safe going here.
Okay.
So
make
just
an
go
athletics
here.
check as you try to break through the window to land on the square outside, because it isn't really your size, but if you make yourself small enough and if you break through easy enough, with an 11 you kind of start jumping through, but your foot gets kind of stuck to the side and you hit a piece of wood that breaks off as you roll outside to the other side of the building itself, and you will hear the loud cracking of wood as the whole building behind you kind of starts falling down upon itself. Some parts of it slowly leaning towards you as well. Can you make me a dexterity check to see if you can get away from the falling building in time as it collapses? No, a part of it, the wood falls on top of each other, and a giant, like, what do you call it, like a balustrade, or like the top of that was holding the window upwards, will fall towards you and squish you beneath it, as the rest of the building as well collapses, and you will take only 1 point of damage as you get squished under this wood. Maybe it is your hardened skin, or because you're so used to the flames that it has not too much effect upon you. As you look around, however, as you are stuck under this piece of balustrade and you look around the square, you notice a horrific sight as you see 4 of your family, or long-distance family, 4 dragonborn nonetheless, are standing to the back of the square, and before them you will see 4 creatures come out of the fire. First, it is hard to like clearly see what they are or clearly notice what they look like. It's almost skeleton-like in appearance, similarly to the creature that you fought before. However, in their hand, they are holding long axes or great axes that they are dual wielding with both hands. You also notice they are wearing some kind of spiked armor. As they step through the flames, the skulls upon their heads kind of light up with fire as well, almost as if they come out of the fire itself, and they are slowly just stepping towards the chaos, the Chaosborn, or some of your long-distance family. You will notice that many of them will use their breath weapons upon the creatures, and it will just kind of like go inside them and then come out from the other side as well. It seems these creatures are completely immune to the fire of your breath weapons, or of your kind of breath weapon. I'll reveal some of them to you. I don't have tokens for the Fireborn, but you'll notice, or you can just imagine them to be like in this general location.
Okie dokie. So what you're saying is they come from the fire. Does it mean they spawn out of it? Like they teleport through fire? And
it's hard.
Can I make something like that? Can I make that out? Like, can I perceive that? Or
I think you, from what you saw right now, is like just what you could tell. There's no real like backstory or anything like that. I think that you can see besides that. But you did notice as you were looking at them that they kind of, it seemed like they kind of materialized out of the fire, and how you saw the soldier itself die, the soldier that you saw die before as well. You couldn't tell the body apart from the flame that was just all around everywhere. So yeah.
Okay, so is this like a random event, or has this been has this been an event that's or like a legend that fulfills itself right now, or like do I know anything about this happening? Should I have known beforehand? Like, was I taught that this could be happening right now?
You can make me a
history check.
Yeah, I think you can make me a history check. I'm just thinking what you would be able to know, but I'll roll it first and then I'll think.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, good.
It's easy enough. I don't have to think of anything. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you that none of this has happened in your lifetime. You've never seen creatures like this before. Besides that, you don't have you have as much information as you have out of character, as in it's chaos everywhere, fire everywhere around you, people dying. These creatures seem immensely strong. You're not sure if you can even take them, even with the Chaosborn of your family helping, because as you know, the Chaosborn that they are walking towards, that these creatures are walking towards, are much stronger than you as well. They are higher parts of your family, and it seems that they, well, are not scared at all, or have no fear in their eyes as they are marching towards them.
Okay. I think I want to maybe find a connection between these enemies and the creature I was fighting before. Like, do I notice a similar ring or anything on their hands? Like, since you said they are skeletons again, that would make sense to me.
You can make me a perception check to like look at the details of their body.
Perception. There you go.
7 as usual.
That's a must. That's not real. That can't be real, can it? Like,
how many 7s have you rolled? That's really impressive.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if I counted correctly. Like, and even a 6 somewhere on top.
Unlucky.
For the breath weapon. And the light hammer 7. Today I wrote 7s. Like, that's a sign.
Well, you don't notice anything on their fingers or anything about that.
But do I not know this because they wear gloves or anything, or because they're just not there?
Because you can't tell. You look towards them and flame obstructs your view. If you wanna get a clear look at their hands, you'll have to get closer to them.
So, the Dragonborns or Chaosborns, as you call them, where exactly are they? Like, are the creatures still moving towards them?
Yeah,
okay,
right now.
so
Well,
there's quite a distance.
Yeah, well, we have kind of.
So I wouldn't actually be able to speak to them from the place where I am right now.
Maybe if you shout.
Yeah, well, I don't want to distract them, and also don't want to attract the enemies to me right now, since I feel like I'm still undetected. So yeah, it's really complicated. I gotta pause for a moment, I'm getting called.
Okay, no worries.
Okay, sorry that took longer than expected.
No worries. If you want to take a break as well, we can, because we haven't been going for a while. But if you're going to keep going, I'm good too.
I mean, I've got no problem going further, going on.
Yep, me too.
I just don't remember where we got interrupted.
Well, you're stuck under the balustrade or the log or the part of the roof that fell on top of you after you jumped out of the window. Fire is still everywhere around you. Smoke is filling the entire square before you, and as you are looking around, you saw these creatures exit the fire, these half skeleton, fiery, demon-like creatures wearing spiked armor, holding great axes in their hands, slowly, menacingly walking towards the Chaosborn that are your family. As you look upon the Chaosborn as well, you recognize some of them. Maybe there is part of you that doesn't mind to see them dead, as you recognize some of them to be the people that have always despised you, that have always tried to suppress you. Is there any part of you that that has those emotions of feeling that you should let them die, or of hatred, or are you kind of indifferent towards them? What is your character's or what is Tinderovet's feeling towards these people at the moment?
I think I'm kind of neutral, like I don't feel any special connection to them. But I'm still worried about the health of anyone, and since we are getting intruded, the people that are on my side are clearly not my enemies. So I think I should at least not fight them like in that way, or mentally or anything. So I'll be more on the side of my Chaosborn people. And well, since I still have got no real clue as to what is happening, and I don't really want to fight the intruders, since they seem so much stronger than me, I'll try to get closer, but sneaky, like in a kind of stealthy way.
Yeah, you want to get closer to them, or where are you going?
I feel like, so since you said that the people of my or like the Chaosborn are somewhere here, and they are going in this direction and probably also looking in this direction. I feel like I want to try to get in line of sight of my Chaosborn here, and go in this direction.
Okay. Yeah.
Like somewhere here.
Make me a stealth check as you're trying to move around them without them noticing you. Yeah, you step closer towards them as these creatures exit the fire, and step closer and closer to your dragon or your Chaosborn kin, as one of them slowly but surely moves his head around and in your direction, as he has clearly noticed you. And at that point, can you roll me initiative? Initiative is basically to see who acts first in a given scenario. Whenever you're not surprised, we roll initiative to start combat, basically.
Yay.
That's pretty good. Yeah, so you can act first, and we are acting in combat rounds now. That doesn't mean you have to do combat. It just means that because he is planning to attack you, your movement and stuff are important, and you can only do as much movement as you are allowed to do in a round and stuff.
So you said that there were equal amount of enemies as were Chaosborn in this direction here, right? Like, how do I show you? Here.
Yeah, there's 4.
So there are going to be 4, and now only 3 of these are focused on fighting these. So at least I feel like now my kin is at an advantage, and maybe like I don't know. I definitely want to play this defensively, since I feel so out of yeah, you know, since I feel so underpowered compared to them. I might want to check on what the ring is doing, like maybe the ring's reacting to their presence or anything.
Sure. Yeah, you can take the ring out of your backpack, and you do notice as you look at it that it is shining, especially red at the moment.
So I want to try and put it on my hand or my finger and see what happens. Maybe I'm going to die. Maybe my perception changes. Maybe nothing happens. Who knows?
As you put it on, can you make me a that would be a Constitution saving throw as you put on the ring?
Con.
Yeah, you feel some kind of power surge through you, but you're not sure what it is or how to control it or what effect it might have.
Okay. Does anything change in the behavior of the one enemy that's approaching me?
No, he's still walking towards you, holding his great axe in his hand.
Well, that's disappointing. I expected the ring to, I don't know, give me an opportunity to, I don't know, to disguise myself as one of them or anything. Like they'd see me as part of their group now or anything. Well, honestly, I have no clue as to what my chances are going to be in a fight against this thing. But I also don't want to just leave, since that's not going to help me anyway. Yeah, well, I just try to engage, but on my active action, like the thing where I would attack, I'll take a defensive stance and block any damage, or try to block any damage that could happen.
So you're not gonna try to attack, you're just gonna try to defend yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since I feel like I could be two-hitted.
How are you planning to try to how are you planning to try to defend? Because you don't have a shield or anything like that, so are you just gonna try to just try to dodge everything, like just not try to attack, but like only focus on like darting around and kind of like running away from him, kind of, but just keeping an eye on him while you're trying to like dodge him, basically?
Yeah, I think I'll do the dodgy way.
Yeah. Can you make me a dexterity check then to see how well that goes?
Dexterity.
I think, well, mechanically it is not good enough to have any benefits, but it's also not bad enough to have any like extra bad things happen either. So it's just a normal. He will just be making a normal attack, as he can easily get towards you. Yeah, that's the risk of taking a defense action without the shield is hard to do. But it could have, if you rolled like higher, it could have had a big positive effect where he had to take an attack at disadvantage. But the creature will slowly walk towards you, and as he is about 10 feet or something away from you, you will notice he will raise his great axe in the air, and as he holds it above his head, you will notice that a surge of flame will rise upwards from it and then harden almost as if it is made out of glass, and then he will swing it down towards you. This extension of his blade will try to hit you. And 11 will hit you. 4.
So he's dealing 11 damage or what?
No. Hey, now
Okay.
he still rolls the damage.
I see.
For 15 points of damage. And
Yeah, well, that's killing me.
you will go unconscious as the
Okay.
glass great axe will hit you, and your vision will go blank. At this point, that you will hear a voice inside your head, echoing throughout the entire palace, but extra loud for you.
So should I do that in my sheet now? Like, I did it and it says failure, success, death saves.
Yeah, don't worry about that yet.
Okay. So what's going to happen now?
Yeah, 1 second. Just
Okay. Sure. You said unconscious, that's a condition I could check. Should I do that? Like I said, I'm unconscious.
no, it's fine. It's fine.
Damn, amazing.
It's the voice you will hear speaking in your head.
Okay.
Is there anything you would like to say in reply?
Oh, okay. I thought I'm just unconscious
Well,
and
you
this
can-
is a dream experience or anything.
Well, you can
yeah,
try to speak
well,
in your head if you want.
Yeah, sure. Who are you? And why are you attacking us?
It is your kind that made us do this. It is your kind that has started this. And it is your kind that will finish this.
Well, this doesn't answer who you are.
Identity is not important to you. The only reason I am child to a wretched being like you. A cursed child. Is for a chance. A chance to save the people here. A chance to continue the promise your family had made to us.
So what can I do?
Continue.
So you're saying I should continue the one thing that you hate us for? Okay, so you actually want me to continue the suffering? Okay. So, what do you want me to do in this moment? How can I fight these creatures? Are you one of them?
Leave this place. Find the escort sent by the Red Chaosborn. Find the ones that deal with the gold, and make sure this treaty will not come to pass. Make sure the conflict remains. There is a delegation of your kind on the way to the gold as we speak. Stop them however you can.
How can I? Where do I find them?
Follow the road to the south, and you shall find them there.
Okay.
Do this, and you shall be proven worthy for my power.
Yeah, well, then I will do exactly that.
You have 1 week. Otherwise, you will return to the death that was promised.
Okay. So do I still speak to the creature, or does it become quieter or anything? Because I don't think I've got anything to say.
It becomes quiet once more. You open your eyes and you find yourself laying against the wall. You have 1 hit point once more. You notice your dragon or your chaosborn kin have long been slaughtered to the side. And you notice the creatures that were once here are gone as well. You still hear fighting in other places in the palace. Is this something that Tinrovat wants to do? Does he really want to, or that he would do? Does he really want to betray his kind in this way? Want to let his family burn? to go off to do this task, or would he rather die?
I think he would betray his family, yes. Since he doesn't really have much of a choice, since he can't really help them anyway, he would just die instantly, and that's what he would think in this moment. So he's got higher chances helping them or helping whoever is left, whoever remains, if he gains a promised power, the promised power of this unknown creature or voice, and trying to accomplish this task.
Okay. Well, you can stand up and I assume start leaving the burning palace. Or...
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it's up to you.
I will do that. I mean,
okay.
he said something about in the south.
Yeah, the southern gate that you saw the people go from before. You could follow that path if you wanna. That is the path that he said those people were on. But I mean, in the end, you can do as you please. That is the place that he said they were.
Yeah, well then I'll do exactly that. I think it's just best to get it done with as soon as possible.
You leave the palace. You leave the screaming of your family behind you as you see your palace burn in the distance, and you can successfully make it to the southern gate. And I think that is where we will end this session, and I'll probably come back in May to see how it continues.
I'd be glad to, yes.
If you want to, at least.
I mean, I'm not unconscious, am I? I just noticed I'm still unconscious.
No, you're not unconscious anymore. And then hopefully at that moment there will be other people joining as well. Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see from there. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna...
I really did, yeah, thanks.
Turn the stream off first. Thanks for watching, if anyone watched or anyone in the future would watch.